What you're about to watch is part of an online training that I do twice a month inside my Movement Makers program, where I coach entrepreneurs like you how to build an online movement, how to make money from it, and use it to make a huge impact on the world. Enjoy. Movement Makers, how we doing? Great to have you all these smiling faces. Today we are doing something very, very exciting. We are going to talk about the best questions for a powerful interview. This is a topic I care so much about. We've talked about a lot of different types of content, right? We've talked about thought leadership videos. We've talked about coaching videos. We've talked about mentoring videos. We've talked about a lot of those kinds of content, but interviews is dear to my heart because one, I get interviewed a lot, and I end up having to coach the people who are interviewing me to get them to do a better interview for them. And also two, I watch so many interviews. Just in the nature of what I do, I'll watch so many interviews of Elon Musk and Oprah Winfrey and all these people. And I find myself always saying to the interviewer, why didn't you ask this question? Pull on that thread a little more, go a little deeper into the topic. So it's definitely a skill that if you can really tap into, can help you create amazing content, not just for you, but for your audience, and also get a way to tell somebody's story in a way that hasn't been done before. And that should always be your goal, not just to sell the same story that everybody else has told. How can you be unique with it? So that's what today is all about. And I'm super excited about this. Okay. Don't read their bio. So every time you have somebody on, what's going to happen? You're going to get their bio. Either they send it to you, or you look it up on their website, or it's part of their press kit. Or if you're dealing with somebody bigger, they have media or PR people who send you their bio. And this is a typical bio. This is my bio right here, right? So if you were interviewing me, you went to my website, this is the bio, right? Evan Carmichael believes in entrepreneurs. Gary Vaynerchuk called him the DJ who inspires people. Ed Milet called him modern Napoleon Hill, and so on, right? It's this long, giant thing of a bio. Now, why should you not read somebody's bio? Pop it in the chat. Why should you not read the bio? Drew says that bio needs updating. Do I need updating? Where? Oh, 2 million subscribers. Yeah, that's true. We're over 3 now and almost 500 million views. So yeah, we got to update some of that. Pablo says it's boring. You're killing me, Pablo. No, but it's true. Okay. Alex says they'll be an autopilot. Adele says they can read it on their own. It's not original content. Okay. What else? Why should you not read? If you're going to have me on your podcast, your interview show, your Instagram live, your YouTube channel, why should you not read the bio? Curiosity comes, keeps you curious, focus on these info, miss out on brilliant stories from them. Black and white Evan is not nearly as exciting as color Evan. This is my official headshot. Yeah. Anyway, keep going. What else? Mo, don't want to be like everyone else. Ask more questions. Let them talk about them. Tessa, there are other unique things about them you should find out. Yeah. And so, like, I already got bored after the second sentence. And I can't tell you how many times when I go on a show, that's how they lead. They lead by reading this whole thing. And it's not wrong. It's the safe way. It's the safe path. But it does a couple things. And here's why I would highly recommend that you never read somebody's bio. Okay. First, you have less energy. So this is the start of the show. You're going to have a lot less energy. Why? Because you're just reading something that's not your own words. And anytime you're reading something and it's somebody else's words, you're going to default to having less energy. You want to make sure that you get the words right. It's not in your own voice. So you're going to have less energy at the start of the show, which is never great. It's not great for you. It's not great for your guest. And it's not great for the audience that's listening, paying attention. There might be gold buried 20 minutes in on this interview, but the start has no energy. We talked about how the start of a video really, really matters. The start has no energy because you have no energy. Second, it's the same start as everyone else. We're trying to stand out with our show. We're trying to create some unique content. It's Thursday's my public facing day. After this, I'm going to do 6 other interviews. 5 out of the 6 are probably going to lead with that same intro. It's going to be my same bio. So it's the same start as every other show. It doesn't help you stand out. It doesn't get you the attention that you need. It doesn't take anything unique out of it. It's super safe. What we're doing is we're worried that we're going to offend them. We're worried that we're going to miss something. We're worried that if we don't call out these things, we don't want to disappoint them. Nobody cares, right? If you look at mine, if you don't say that Forbes named me one of the world's top 40 social marketing talent, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about any of this stuff. I'm checked out. I want to go into the content. Like, let's go. I'm here to show up to serve. Let's dive into the content. Marga says, I made that mistake. Happy I'm here. I've made this mistake, right? And I've done tons of interviews with some of the biggest names. And so this is the whole point of Movement Makers, is you get to learn from the experience to go faster. And the third part is, and this is crucial, guests immediately check out. So I have to fight. If you look at what's going to happen later on today with the 6 shows I'm going to go on, when they start with this, I have to fight to stay engaged, because look at how long that bio is. I know they're going to read the whole thing. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to smile and I'm going to wait for them to get through it. So it's like, let's get to the content. That's all I want to do. I want to serve. Come on, let's go. So if anybody asks me on the pre-show, sometimes it's a little green room before we go live. Hey, what do you want me to say about your bio? It's like, I don't care. Call me a pink elephant. Like, let's just go. I want to dive into the content. I don't care how you introduce me at all. We have X amount of time together. Let's make it count. I even record a video for people. Anybody who's interviewing me gets a video, pre-recorded video from me that my assistant sends that says, hey, honored to be on your show. Thank you so much. Let's not spend the first 5 minutes doing an introduction. Record that on your own if you want. Let's just dive right into the content, because we have 25 minutes. I want to make every single minute count together. So I'm giving them a training video of how to have a great interview, not just with me, but with other people as well. So this is really important. This is what happens when you read their bio. You have less energy. It's the same show as everybody else, and your guest checks out immediately, which none of these you want to happen. Even if it's the biggest name on the planet, you're so excited to have them on. Marcus says, I needed this energy. Let's go, Marcus. Marcus in the car. I love it, dude. And shout out to Jeff Eatley, who took this picture of me. That was a fun little photo shoot we did I feel like that was LA. So I wanted to, Jeff's a Movement Makers member as well. It's always fun when it's Yuko or Jeff or whoever, we can do some business together too. Okay, so here's some examples of how I've done it. This is Jamie Kern-Lima. She wrote Believe It. She sold her business for 1.3 billion cash, I believe. And I had her on my show, and before I had her on, she sent me this blanket. It's this really soft blanket that says Believe on it. And my one word is believe, and her book is called Believe It. So we're kindred believe spirits. And so what did I do was, as soon as the show started, as soon as I started interviewing her, I had the blanket on. And I said, Jamie, this blanket you sent me is the best blanket I've ever had. And then I wore the blanket, Game of Thrones style, for the whole interview. Right? And what does it do? It immediately, Jamie, when she's doing book launch day, man, she had back to back, like 14-hour days, 30-minute interviews on repeat. I'm now different. Even though we're friends, I'm now different because I'm bringing a different energy. How many times does she have to see that same bio show up over and over again? I'm bringing something personal into the game. And that's what you want, because you're setting the tone for the energy of the interview. This is Tony Robbins. So this is the first time I had Tony on my channel, and I told him a quick story. He came on to promote Unshakable, which you can see behind here on my shelf. But I've quickly told the story of Unlimited Power, which was a book that my mom read, and it was the first nonfiction book that I read. And I just thanked him for having an impact on my life and my mom's life as well. And I shared that quick little story as the intro. And look at the smile on his face. Right? Instead of Tony being checked out, say Tony Robbins has won all these awards, and just imagine Tony's official bio, it's giant. I didn't say any of that. I didn't even look at his bio. I started by sharing a story of how much his life has meant to me, because this is the first time we were ever, meeting, even if it's over the internet. And this is what you want. You want to get a nice smile out of them, because now they're showing up with different energy, waiting to have that great conversation with you. Make sense? Congrats on making it. See, awesome. Tariq, welcome aboard, man. Seth Godin. Look at the smile on Seth Godin's face. So I held up this card where a number of years ago, I forget when, like let's say 2013-ish, maybe 2011. I created a famous entrepreneur card series. And I asked Seth and a bunch of other people, who's your favorite famous entrepreneur? He said Duncan Hines. And I turned those into cards, trading cards, because I thought, hey, entrepreneurs should be celebrated as heroes. Let's make trading cards. And we use that to raise 6 figures for entrepreneurs in Africa through Kiva that we're giving microloans to. So this was now, almost 10 years later, I'm interviewing him for his new book, and I hold up the card. And again, that was my intro, not his awards and his books and everything. I don't know Seth Godin's bio. It's crazy long, but look at the smile on his face again, right? Like, this is what you want. And it doesn't only apply to Tony Robbins or Seth Godin or whoever. It's every single guest that you get on your show. You want to have them smiling. You want to make them feel special. So the best thing you can do is just tell them what they mean to you. I'm so excited to have this guest on my show, blank. And here's why they mean so much to me. Because boom, boom, boom. And that's it. That's what you share. So I want to do a quick example. Hey, look at all these beautiful, smiling, amazing people. Who should we pick on? Let's have eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's have Angela come up. Angela's like, oh my gosh, you had to pick me. Why did you pick me? Look at the smile. Hey, Angela.
Hi, everybody. Hi, movement makers. Woo! Let's go. Happy Thursday, everybody.
So I did not prep Angela, and I did not tell her that this was happening. So it's fine. We like putting people on the spot. Okay, Angela. So we are about to do an interview together. We're going to go on your IG Live, and we're going to talk shop for half an hour. You got to do your intro of me. What do you want to say?
Oh, Lord.
So imagine you're going live and you're talking to your phone and you're about to do it. Well, hey, everybody, it's Angela. Do your normal thing. And then I've got a special guest with me, Evan Carmichael. And then whatever you would say and most important of all is that it's from the heart.
Okay, well, it's easy with you for me just because I'm so grateful and excited every time I view any content that you have. And I've learned and grown so much from being in your circle and the people that you bring around you. I am very grateful. And this, although I'm not the biggest reader, and most people know that, I do have a lot highlighted in here. But I've learned so much from your videos and the people that you've brought around you. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to have you in my life, honestly. And that's how I feel. And I'm shaking because I am very grateful to know you, because my life has changed. Not just because I do lives every day and that's awesome and it's fun and it's filling my heart up, but because I get to meet some amazing, amazing people that are doing awesome things in their life and pursuing their dreams and tapping into their potential. And that is something that I've just lived my whole life to just be a part of, to just see that light in their eyes and see that people are working toward what they truly want to work toward. And that's awesome. So you have contributed to that. And I'm so grateful for that. So thank you for being on my live today.
There we go. Angela in the house. Good job, Angela.
That's all I have.
No, that was great. I love it. Okay, let's try one more. Let's see. Let's pick on Alex. Okay, Alex. Alex doesn't really do Instagram lives. We're about to do a clubhouse. You're a host in this clubhouse room on whatever. You see me pop in. We're going to have half an hour together. You say, oh my God, look who just joined. It's Evan Carmichael. Let me tell you about this guy. Take it away, Alex. You got to unmute.
Hey, I'm really blessed right now because there are very few human beings that have made a massive impact on my life. My mom and Evan Carmichael are at the top of that list. Those are the only 2 human beings. And I didn't know my whole life that I was starving for belonging until I met Evan. And never have I met a compassionate human being, a self-sacrificing human being, a strong-willed, when I've been stubborn for the past 7 years, human being that just keeps teaching me, Alex, do the hard things and believe in yourself more. And I'm blessed to have him here and for you to feel his love and his energy. And honestly, this is playtime for me because it's more of, him I get to absorb. So selfishly, I brought him here for you guys. We have Evan Carmichael. I love you all. Let's get it started.
There you go. Alex Sayan, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, how good was that for both of them? Right? If I go back, this is my official bio. When you see the impact that Angela shared, when you hear Alex talk about it's my mom and Evan Carmichael, that means a lot more to me as the guest than them trying to read this whole long thing and everybody's checking out. Now, Angela and Alex had no idea I was going to do this. So it was very impromptu, 2 seconds warning, let's go. With a little more time, if you know somebody's coming up, you can just think to yourself, what do I want to say about this person? Much more important than the official bio is, what do I want to share with this person to let them know how much they mean to me? Because a lot of guests, when they go on a show, there's not a ton of research that happened for the interviewer. They haven't dug into the world. They're not a huge fan of the person. And for the interviewee, they're on tour. I'm doing so many different interviews constantly. And so when somebody comes on and tells me that story of how much I've impacted them, even if this is the first time I'm meeting them in my life, it just sets the whole conversation up differently than me having to sit through and read this. Alex says, thank you. I'm still shaking and anxious. But that's the point. Even when Angela said, I'm shaking, lean into that. Say, I'm so nervous. I'm shaking to have you on because of the impact you've had. Lean into what you're actually feeling, because it's going to make for such a better conversation as opposed to you just reading this. Okay. So good job, Alex. Good job, Angela. We love you guys. Great job on the intros. If you want to watch the full version of this video, as well as train live with me twice a month to help you build your movement and be around some other amazing people just like you, check out my Movement Makers program. The link to join is right there next to me. Can't wait to see you there. Continue to believe and go join.